Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. Today, we are going to talk about something very simple, but also very important our daily schedule.
Yes, we are going to talk about what we usually do during the day when we wake up, what we do in the morning, how we spend our workday, and what we do in the evening.
Exactly. And maybe our daily routines are a little different. So it will be interesting to compare them.
Sounds good. Emma, why don't you start? What time do you usually wake up?
Well, I usually wake up at around 7 a.m. I am not a morning person. So waking up early is sometimes difficult for me.
I understand you. What is the first thing you do after you wake up?
Usually, I turn off my alarm and check my phone.
Really? You check your phone immediately?
Unfortunately, yes. I know it is not the best habit, but I like to check my messages and see what happened while I was sleeping.
I do almost the same thing, but sometimes I try not to use my phone in the morning.
That's a good idea. What do you do instead?
I get up, open the window, and drink a glass of water. Then I go to the bathroom and take a shower.
Do you have breakfast every morning?
Yes, almost every day. I usually have eggs, bread, and some fruit. And of course, coffee.
Coffee is very important.
Definitely. I can't imagine my morning without coffee.
I usually have oatmeal for breakfast. Sometimes I add a banana or some berries. After breakfast, I get dressed and prepare for work.
What time do you leave home?
I usually leave at about 8:15. My office is not very far, so it takes me around 30 minutes to get there.
That's nice. I work from home, so I don't need to travel to work.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yes, but there is one problem. Sometimes I stay in bed for too long because I know that I don't have to go anywhere.
I can imagine. It is probably difficult to start working when your bed is right next to you.
So, what time does your workday start?
I usually start work at 9 a.m. First, I check my emails and make a plan for the day.
Do you make a to do list?
Yes, I do. I write down the most important tasks. It helps me understand what I need to do.
That's a good habit. I also make a to do list, but sometimes my list is too long.
Mine too. Sometimes I write 10 things on my list and finish only 5.
But 5 is better than nothing.
That's true.
What do you usually do during the morning?
I have meetings, answer emails, and work on different projects. I try to do the most difficult tasks in the morning because I have more energy.
That's interesting. I am the opposite. I don't really like difficult tasks in the morning.
So, when do you prefer to do them?
Usually after lunch, I feel more active in the afternoon.
Really? I usually feel sleepy after lunch.
Same here sometimes. That's why I take a short break.
How long is your lunch break?
Usually about 1 hour. I make something simple to eat, and sometimes I go outside for a short walk.
I like going for walks during lunch too. It helps me relax and forget about work for a little while.
Do you usually eat at home?
No, I often eat at a small cafe near my office. What about you?
I usually cook at home. I don't like spending too much money on lunch.
What do you usually cook?
Something simple. Rice, chicken, vegetables, or pasta.
Sounds good. I'm not a very good cook, so I usually make something quick.
What time do you finish work?
I usually finish at around 5:30 p.m.
And what do you do after work?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I go to the gym, sometimes I meet my friends, and sometimes I just go home and relax.
How often do you go to the gym?
About 3 times a week. I usually go on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That's pretty good. What do you do at the gym?
I usually do some exercises with weights and then spend about 15 minutes on the treadmill.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, but sometimes I don't want to go. When I am tired after work, my sofa looks much more attractive than the gym.
I know that feeling.
What about you? What do you do after work?
I usually finish work at 6 p.m. After that, I sometimes go for a walk or play video games.
Oh, what games do you play?
It depends. Sometimes I play football games, and sometimes I play online games with my friends.
Do you play every day?
No, not every day. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I try not to spend too much time playing games.
That's probably a good idea.
What does your evening usually look like?
I usually come home at about 6:30. First, I have dinner and take a short rest.
Do you watch TV while you eat?
Sometimes, I usually watch YouTube or a TV series.
What's your favorite type of TV show?
I really like comedies and detective shows. I like stories that make me curious about what will happen next.
Nice. I usually watch movies in the evening.
Do you watch movies alone?
Usually, yes. But on weekends, I sometimes watch movies with my friends.
What else do you do before going to bed?
I usually prepare everything for the next day. I choose my clothes, check my schedule, and make a small to-do list.
That's very organized.
I try to be organized. What about you?
I usually read a book before bed. Not every day, but I try to read for about 20 or 30 minutes.
That's a nice habit. What kind of books do you like?
I like books about psychology and personal development. Sometimes I also read novels.
Do you use your phone before bed?
Unfortunately, yes,
How long?
maybe 20 minutes or sometimes an hour.
An hour?
Yes, I start watching one short video and then another one and another one.
And suddenly it's midnight.
Exactly.
What time do you usually go to bed?
Usually around 11 p.m. I try to get about 8 hours of sleep.
That's good. I usually go to bed at around 11:30.
What time do you wake up?
At 7:30, so I get about 8 hours too.
Do you think having a daily schedule is important?
Yes, definitely. When I have a plan, I feel more organized and less stressed.
I agree, but I don't think every day has to be exactly the same.
Yes, sometimes we need to change our plans.
For example, if a friend invites me to dinner, I don't want to say, sorry, I can't. My schedule says I have to stay at home.
Exactly. A schedule should help you, not control your life.
Our weekdays sound pretty busy. What about your weekends?
My weekends are very different. I usually wake up later, maybe at 9 or 10 a.m.
Lucky you!
Yes, I have a slow breakfast, clean my apartment, and then meet my friends.
Do you have any plans for this weekend?
Yes, on Saturday I want to go to the cinema. On Sunday, I will probably stay home and relax.
That sounds nice. My weekends are usually a little more active. I like going to cafes, shopping, or walking around the city.
Do you ever work on weekends?
Sometimes, but I try not to. I think it is important to have some free time.
Absolutely. We need time to relax and do things we enjoy.
So, Daniel, I think our daily schedules are quite different, but we also have some things in common.
Yes, we both wake up in the morning, work during the day, exercise or relax in the evening, and try to get enough sleep.
And we both have one big problem:
What is it?
our phones.
That's true. Maybe we should stop using them so much.
Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes. Today, I still need to watch one more video.
Fair enough.
And that's all for today's episode. Thank you for listening.
We hope you enjoyed our conversation and learned some useful English phrases.
And now we have a question for you. What does your typical day look like?
What time do you wake up? What do you do in the morning? And what do you usually do in the evening?
Tell us about your daily schedule.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.